Warning, this may contain explicit and/or offensive language. You have been warned. Right, hello, internets. Pyro Sam here for That Girl's Site. Just a preliminary warning. I'm sure I posted this on here before, but I'm sure this will have a lot of violent and offensive language. Hopefully no actual slurs, but an immense amount of cussing, mostly from me. Here at D&D tonight, we have myself, Pyro Sam, my good friend Gaston.
Yes.
The DM for tonight, Jared. My other friend, Randy.
Hi.
There we go. Jeez. Gilbert.
Hello.
And Tiffany.
Hello.
Great. So I am playing as a telepath, Gaston.
I am basically the Green Lantern.
Jared is playing as all the bad guys.
Yeah, I'm the DM. I get to fuck them up.
Randy, you are playing...
Waterbender / shapeshifter?
She's Katara.
I am not Katara.
Gilbert is playing Storm.
Yeah, pretty much.
And Tiffany, we made to be our healer.
I'm a healer again.
Again, we always
Tiffany's the healer.
We always make her be the healer. All right, you want to start us off, Jared, with the story so they know...
Want the story or the house rules?
Let's do the house rules since we are not playing 4E. This is a mix of GURPS and D&D, right?
Yes, this is my own creation, so we have completely customized characters where I made all the attacks, all of the stats are kind of traditional 4E D&D, but these guys know what we're doing, so it's going to be pretty good.
Also, just as a note to you guys, try and roll on your sheets because we found out that on the table makes a really high sound spike, which is fun to listen to.
Sounds like a gunshot.
Yeah, it does. It's like kang, kang.
Yeah.
Just like that sounds
So, house rules. These are kind of just things that I do to try and keep the game moving. During combat, when it becomes your turn, you have 1 minute to do something. If it takes you more than a minute, you're wasting my time and everyone else's time, so you automatically lose your turn.
But your turns are not limited to a minute.
True.
Like
if you're doing something, that's fine. But if you're just sitting there going, yeah, you're going to lose your turn.
Which our sixth player, Howard, usually does. He decided to skip the first game tonight.
Yeah, because God. Okay, so other things to go over. Missing nights. If you miss a night, that's cool. I understand.
Except for tonight,
if you
Howard's a
miss,
dick.
if you miss one night, nothing big happens. Your character just isn't there. They went off to do something else, and you come back the next time. If you miss 2 nights in a row, then the rest of the party gets to use your character however they please.
This is going to be really good because Howard misses several nights in a row, and I love to just shove him into traps. You know, our DM will just be like, all right, there's an air pit there. What do you guys want to do? And I'm like, I'll shove Howard into it. Don't you want to disarm it? Nope, Howard goes in.
And so that's what happens if you miss 2 nights in a row. Dying. I know I'll really drive the D&D traditionalist crazy here, but I don't like to kill off characters because it takes a really fucking long time to create these characters. So if you die, you don't actually die. You simply are weakened until you can find actual medical facilities that can help you. So basically you take like a -5 to all of your rolls until you find medical facilities. So dying is still a bad thing, but it probably won't be a big issue. I don't typically kill people unless Sam's really pissing me off.
God damn it, Jared.
Other house rules, if you don't be the only one to be talking. I want everyone to get involved. Sam.
What?
Sam likes to overtalk, so if Sam starts overtalking, we're going to put him on like a 2-minute talking timeout.
That can't happen, Jared, because I have to physically be on here.
No.
Let's cut out every time when Jared speaks, don't worry.
So that's those are my house rules, and be creative. That's my other big thing.
Yeah, we were teaching Randy to play D&D the other night, and I killed a guy by stubbing a cigarette in his eye and then gouging in his other eye.
I killed a lady with soap.
She did.
Randy killed an old lady with soap.
She
ate the soap.
There was this old lady who told our fortune and was like, give us some money. And I, being evil as I am, just walked off and Randy was like, here's some soap. And the lady tried to eat it and died. So it was pretty awesome.
Let's get to the campaign.
Yeah. Tonight I am playing as the Devil Beer Cap. Gaston's the Fanta Beer Cap. Tiffany, you are the Silver Beer Cap.
Silver Beer Cap.
Gilbert is Blue Moon and Randy's the Ring.
This means nothing to our listeners because they can't see anything.
That's what I'm saying. But if it's like, oh, and this cap, whatever.
I'll just say Sam. Or Sam the Red Genie.
Yes, my character's name is the Red Genie. Do you have a name, Gaston?
No, I did not pick a
If
name.
you guys want to make a name, then now is the
You should
time.
be Gaston.
Gaston Leroux.
Gaston with the power
Right.
of respect.
Gaston is apparently Gaston.
Randy is Lyra.
Randy's Lyra.
Yeah, I'll take my other superhero name. I'll take Typhoon. It's a very winter.
Typhoon.
It's a very storm-based name.
I'll stay Tiffany.
Tiffany the healer.
Tiffany the healer. And Jared is asshole.
Gaston the DM, also known as God. All right, so a
hate
little
that
bit of a
motherfucker.
story. This is taken from a couple comic books and thrown together. Because we're doing kind of a superhero supervillain campaign, it's going to be taking from all sorts of different comics from different companies as well. So you're going to see crossover from DC, Marvel, and etc. So don't get angry if Batman just totally annihilates,
The Hulk.
Wolverine or something. Here's our story. These guys kind of know it, but I haven't read this. So, only a few years after the discovery of a latent gene that suppresses superhuman powers, eccentric mogul Lex Luthor financed mass weaponization of a drug compound that could be used against beings possessing said powers. The drug slowly wears off, but can be localized through wrist or collar tags that supply a slow, steady stream of the genetic inhibitor. This action was deemed an incomprehensible plight against superhumans, causing a multitude of uprisings and resistance from so-called superiors, led by Eric Lensher, better known as Magneto. Humans armed with the suppressant drugs allied with heroic dissenters such as Captain America and the Incredible Hulk. Non-superhuman heroes like Batman and Iron Man also led a charge against the uprising. Unfortunately, a third faction appeared, humans bent on destroying both good and evil superhumans, wildcards like the Joker and Dr. Cyber. The overwhelming firepower of the weaponized drug and numbers on the human side allowed a total redesignation of superhuman beings. They are tagged and left there to spend their lives, sans powers, in internment camps. There are many who still remain allies with the superhuman population, but most are silenced or in hiding. Several hundred internment camps exist all over the planet. One of the most notorious is Genosha, an island once catering to Magneto's army. Late one night, in the dead heat of equatorial summer, a small group of superhuman rebels infiltrates the prison and begins to free prisoners.
Deep in the hideout of the renegade GoBots.
All right, so the five of you are all in cells here on Genosha. You have been here for varying lengths of time. I know Lyra and the Red Genie have a little background together, but most of you have been here for probably around a year. It's been a long time. You're used to living here. You have suppressor collars that keep you from being able to use your superpowers. And it is nighttime, and the Coke cap is your guard for the evening.
That doesn't mean anything to our viewers.
Yeah, I know. All right, so
That's how Jared sounds in my head.
That's how I sound to most people.
I feel like we're supporting Coke here with the Coke and the Fanta bottle can.
Well, we've got Rogue and Blue Moon, so
We need to be getting advertising dollars from this.
I'm technically getting paid for this. I'm not technically getting paid to play Dungeons and Dragons.
I demand a cut.
Yes, we all demand a cut.
All right, I will give you a cut of my Microsoft points.
Okay.
Ooh.
No, not you.
Oh.
Maybe like $5.
Okay,
I
so
don't get paid in actual money, Randy.
go ahead. What would we like to start out with tonight?
Which one? Oh,
So
yeah,
your
yeah.
guard is sitting at the table. He's kind of half paying attention to you, reading a newspaper, and it is
Apparently,
probably
Randy's,
11.
Randy's cell is
Yeah,
open.
I'm free.
Randy can just
Um,
on the map. We all have like bars in our cells, and Randy's just open.
Okay, yeah, she has a cell now.
Oh,
Oh,
Lame.
not dawn.
I was like, I'm
are they like actual cells? Or are they like?
Force
Plasma.
field doors.
They're actual cells.
Okay, I'm gonna try and hock a loogie at our guard.
That's a good idea.
We don't even-
Go ahead.
Like, I mean, is there a check for that? Or?
Yeah, roll a check. You
11.
fail
Oh.
because you're like 10 feet away from him.
I thought I'd give it a try.
So Sam's character shoots a loogie into his bars, and the guard kind of looks at him. What?
Really, I couldn't even like stick my mouth through the bars. I had to like stand the
You're
back.
sitting on your bed.
I assumed. All right, fine. I'm gonna get up, asshole. Walk to my bars, and try and hock a loogie at him again.
You fail.
See, Jared does shit like that where it's like, oh, I'm just going to say you fail even before your die is rolled.
I know.
I do believe that a critical 20 on a die roll is an absolute success, regardless of whether or not I got that.
You didn't get a critical 20.
But if I had...
So, continuing. So the guard looks over. Yeah, just another night. What you crazy superhumans gonna do about it? Huh?
I'm
He's
gonna...
visibly drunk.
That's good. Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
That we don't have any powers?
No, I'm thinking the brain's something going through my head.
I was thinking the same thing, but I can't come up with a good pinky retort line ever.
Oh.
Anyway,
Right.
So we don't have.
I'm
we have our
gonna...
clothes on, right?
Who's got a high diplomacy? Someone should try and convince him to let us out.
not.
I have
strong.
7.
You're probably the one
Yeah,
with the
go
highest
for it.
diplomacy.
Okay.
Yeah, I
You
know.
know,
I have
there's
one.
actually something I could do, but I will let you try first.
You know what? He's drunk. I could try and flirt with him.
Is Oh, that's right. Randy being-
just flirts with every guard.
And Jared lets her do it. Because Jared is every guard.
Because you could flirt with a guard too.
Yeah, I want to flirt with them. There are no female
I
guards.
just feel like you'll fail.
You should like intimidate flirt. Be like, hey, come over here, kiss me.
Suck it.
Okay. So you should definitely let us out, and then maybe I might kiss you or something. Yeah.
So enticing. I would let you out for that.
Roll that check. 14 plus 7.
He's just like, you crazies. You're so... And he passes out.
So Storm, what is this plan you have?
I'm going to roll a dungeoneering check to see if I can pick my lock.
What's your dungeoneering?
10 plus 10.
Roll thievery.
Thievery? 17.
You fail.
I'm gonna try. I'm just gonna be like, that's actually not a bad idea.
I have 4.
No,
You fail.
I'm just like, wait a
I
minute.
have no thievery.
I'm like, I like stick my
Is
fingers.
this
I got a
good
3.
luck?
What?
I'm gonna try and roll a 2. Why not? I have 4.
You
10.
fail?
Yeah, I rolled a natural 17 because I have 0
Guess
thievery and I
I'll-
failed.
Everybody's
No.
gonna-
No.
I'm just watching you
Just
all,
do it.
guys.
Just
Pretty much have to get a critical 20 to do
That's
this.
19 plus 1, so I have...
Fails.
God, if I had 19.
Wait, don't you have
No,
double
I have a
critical?
double critical.
She does have
You
double
have double
critical.
critical?
She does have double.
Double
All right.
critical.
So Tiffany goes up to her lock and it just comes open.
You tried. You weren't going to. Brilliant.
Okay, I have a quick question. I have power suppression. If I rolled a high enough check, would I be able to trick my caller into thinking I don't have powers anymore, and would it fall off?
No, they don't work like that.
Damn.
They have to be physically taken off with a key.
Okay.
So Tiffany is now out of her cell.
I'm just like,
You should go grab the
I'm
keys.
just like, hey,
Yes.
I have no idea.
Suddenly
who
you hear bang, bang,
Get the keys, get the
bang,
keys.
Keys, quick.
and the guard wakes up. Hey, what are you doing here?
Run
What's
up
your
and
name?
punch him in the throat.
That's what I'm doing.
Okay, what are you gonna do?
I'll run up and punch him in the throat.
You
The
can't.
healer.
You are what's your
Oh, you're pacifist.
Pacifist!
Walk up and just
Pacifist.
like smush his face. Just like push him back down the chair.
Go back to sleep.
Yes.
What if that's
It's,
much his
it's
face?
all a dream.
Go back to sleep. These aren't the droids you're looking for.
Oh, Randy hasn't seen those movies.
Oh,
Epic fail.
Sean.
Just- okay, just roll. What are you gonna roll your check for?
I have 19, so I have another double crit. See, I'm glad I took the double crit.
To be like, go back to sleep.
Go back to sleep.
It's just like, oh, you're dreaming.
Yeah.
So
I'm like,
he falls back to sleep and still going. Bam, bam,
Take his keys, take his
bam,
keys,
I'm gonna
bam.
actually search the desk and see if there's maybe something to turn off the set alarm.
Okay, roll perception.
Oh.
Fuck the. She got
It's
a 1.
too dark.
She got a 1. Take the
He's
keys.
like, am I in the
Okay, I
room
will
right
take
now?
the key.
You don't know where the keys are?
Search him for the keys.
Right, search for the keys.
Well, that's
Another
not for the
perception
keys.
check is 19.
Oh,
Right, see, I am glad I took
Yes.
this. I
He
rolled
does
these.
not have the keys.
Alright, search. Are these
What a worthless guard.
Are these actual chests?
What
Are
are
these
those?
like?
Those are chests. Those.
Search.
Well, they're storage lockers.
I think they hold our stuff.
So they are
So
I
why don't you search the desk? Search the room for the keys.
searching room perception check 13
Plus 6.
plus 6.
You roll a history check. Anyone roll a history check. You
I
see-
can't.
You see? Yeah.
17 plus 9.
Gilbert took a feat that like forces him to not.
17?
He doesn't know any history.
All right.
13.
So Randy remembers that all of the keys are kept in the superior's office, also known as like the person who runs the whole
The
prison.
warden's office.
That's
pretty much.
shitty.
And they only are taken out of that office when they actually come to get you out of the cells to go take you to your workstations. Because you guys are pretty much slaves here.
Can I roll a history check to see if I remember if these cells, like, if we close it, they auto-lock? I got no idea, guys.
Do you want me to try? Yeah, I can try again.
I'm just like, I've never seen these cells before in my
I have a
life.
6 plus
So
4.
all the while,
Yeah, I have no idea.
the alarm's still going
Yeah,
off.
no.
So are you
I
going
have
to
15.
inform us of our question?
What?
She rolled a 15 on her history check
On what?
to see if the bars auto-lock when we go back. Like, if we close it.
They lock them when they take you back in.
No,
So
like,
they actually have to use a key to lock.
Yes.
Okay.
okay, I'm like, here's my... I don't know if this will work, but get back in your cell, pretend like nothing happened.
Okay.
And, like, let's try and trick them somehow.
Yeah.
I don't know who you are.
Well, when they
I've never met you before, but
I don't know who you are. I don't
Jared.
know what you want.
totally amazing.
If it's money. Okay, so you want to go back.
Gosh.
All right, so Tiffany goes back in her cell. And as soon as she does, you hear, like, footsteps coming down the long hallway. Like, running.
Okay. Just laying back in the bed.
Twiddling my thumbs.
All right, so 3 figures appear in the shadows.
Awesome.
And one of them moves up to the guard and checks. He's dead. And it's a woman's voice. I don't do women's voices, by the way. I just tell you it's a woman because I'm bad at women's voices. He's dead. What?
through the bars and be
So
like,
they start whispering.
I'm pretty sure he's just asleep. Like he was pretty drunk when he came in here.
Yeah, he's dead. He died.
Alcohol poisoning.
That's great.
And we're using
like-
beer caps.
So they throw like him on the ground and they start searching him.
What?
They're just like,
Are these
he doesn't-
guards?
Yeah, he has the suppressor keys. Okay, grab him. Grab him. And so they look back at you. Should we? I don't know. Do you think we can?
You should help
them?
us.
Are they guards?
You can't tell. They're shadow. They're in the dark.
Can we perception or?
They're in the dark. We don't have low light vision.
You
Like
could
crappy
try.
Christmas.
Howard can actually take a feat that allows him, because he's energy based, he can brighten himself.
Howard isn't here.
I know.
I'm gonna go ahead and ask
He couldn't
them.
do it anyway because he
He's-
can't
yeah,
use his
he's-
powers.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
ask them to help us out and roll diplomacy. That's
What are you going to say to them?
hey, you guys should help us out here and let us out of these cages.
Randy's so nice to her. Roll your-
She has to balance out me. I try and kill everybody.
Exactly. 19 plus 7.
Yeah.
So the figures kind of stop and they whisper back and forth. One of them, by the way, isn't talking. These two are talking. This one is just kind of there.
It's not.
It's just
And then you hear, now, why we do that, huh? What's your name?
and be like, Gambit, let me out of this cell right now.
No metagaming.
How would
Roll
we
a
metagame?
history check. Yeah, it's Gambit.
What did you roll? Sam?
Roll a two.
All right, that's gonna
It's
be.
like, Alos Paz. We can, I guess we can help them. I don't trust them. Of course you don't trust them. You don't trust no one. So he walks out of the
It's Jared's
shadows.
favorite character.
Not true. Kind
What?
of true. Very true.
I said yes.
All right, so the others walk out of the shadows. One of them is a woman in tight leather and
I'm
black
like,
leather.
as soon as she walked, I'm like, hello, nurse.
You would, Sam.
And she hisses at you.
I'd be like, ooh, darling.
And back behind them is just a guy in a mask.
I'd be like,
Specialized mask.
you gonna?
He's just like, well, I guess we can let you all out, but you're going to have to do something for us.
What do you want us to do?
Well, we got to go take care of the other compound to the west, but we need someone to take out the comm tower here in this cell.
Kill people? I'm totally down.
I've got weather-based powers. I can fry the system. Done.
We don't need to fry anything. If we just kill every single person, every single living being in that tower, we'll be fine.
It's a terrible idea. Right? People that will
Well,
help us.
I'll let you figure out how y'all want to do it, but I can let you out as long as you take out the comm tower. And what are the other things we got to do? Well, and so the girl starts talking again. Well, we need someone to take out the power plant and, release as many prisoners as possible.
I'm like, well, like he said, weather-based powers. So maybe instead of frying the comm tower, or maybe just bring lightning down. Just
They can
like,
take our collars off.
Yeah, this sounds good. I can help you all out for that. Yeah, I guess we'll go ahead and let you out if you think you guys are up to it.
Oh yeah.
Sounds good to me.
All right. So he walks over, pulls out a set of keys, unlocks.
Tiffany, why don't you just walk out now?
Oh, yeah, Tiffany walks out.
Just walk right out.
And it's just like, all right then. Unlocks, comes and unlocks all your doors.
For our
So you're
collars.
out now. And so Catwoman undoes all your collars.
Oh,
And I'm just like, now you all just be looking out for us. We'll be back here for you. And you might want to take care of Kingpin and all.
as she
And
walks
they
over,
run.
like, oh, I'll be looking for you, Kelly.
And she hisses at you again. So they disappear back into the darkness. So you are now out, but you have none of your equipment.
Let's
So any
loot-
type of armor. Or
Loot all the chests.
let's loot all the chests. Let's dungeoneer the chests. See if they're booby trapped.
There are no
21.
traps. There are no traps on the chests.
You're going back in the bag dice.
But you will.
That's why we took engineering.
Let's open. I'm just gonna open one.
Yeah.
Thievery the chests.
16.
I got 20 total.
6.
15.
Okay, the four of you, not everyone but Gilbert, opens up chests. And so you guys now have all your equipment back. And you have your powers back because they took them off. You all notice, however, that your powers are very weak, so that you're level 1.
What?
So as you guys continue throughout, your powers will return to you, and instead of traditional D&D where you're going to earn XP to get powers, it's going to be a timed-based thing. So as each night, you'll pretty much level up, just because I don't want to deal with keeping track of XP.
I immediately put on my Santa Asylum mask and my medal.
That's a good idea.
That's nice.
I'm gonna go ahead and
My
put on-
face.
Oh, I don't have my pendant anymore.
Yeah.
He's still dead on the floor right there.
I don't have anything, apparently.
I'm gonna be
So
like,
far, you have money.
you're evil, right, Gaston?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's all I have.
You have
Yes, you're-
everyone starts out with like your armor. Like everyone has a +1 to their armor bonus because you have your superhero outfit or whatever you typically wear. But most of you don't have any objects right now. You don't really need objects. He does because he has his wristband. But that's about it. They have a couple objects from the training things that they were playing the other day, but they're not big
I have
advantages.
an insane asylum mask that I covered my own blood. Gives me a +2 to intimidation.
He's crazy.
Oh yeah, I took a detriment to my character, like in GURPS, called insanity.
Sam's insane. What a surprise. So, down at the end of this hallway, there's like nothing there. You guys already know that. So out here is the yard. That's what you guys know from
The
being.
hallway to nowhere.
So
Which way is the comm tower?
You want to roll a history check for me?
18.
It's across the yard
Skeleton.
in the adjacent corner to yours. So it's like a square jail, and it's on the corner that's kind of next to yours.
So could we go through the yard, or would it be more like, is it more expeditious to go through the actual?
You have to go through the yard.
Oh,
The
okay.
buildings are not connected.
Oh, right. I wasn't aware.
Alright, so
Roll out.
through the yard we go.
Roll out.
So you guys gonna leave this?
Autobots.
Is he gonna? You gonna leave him?
I can't bring people back from the dead.
You wanna,
And he's already dead, so he can't coup
They
de
got
grace him.
alcohol poisoning. I could.
no, we should just like violently murder him. Gaston, you wanna like
He's already dead. How do you violently murder the dead?
just like smash his face in with your wristband?
If he knows anything that we want to know, I could. Because
Actually.
I have liquid healing.
Yeah, but I don't feel like getting toxins in his body equals death.
Alcohol poisoning.
Yeah, but he's dead.
He's actually dead
Oh,
already.
I thought
So
he was
why don't you just like pummel his body into nothing, Gaston? It'll be fun.
Why?
We should at least look for the stuff on it first before he messes up the body.
Oh
I
yeah.
have to agree with her on this.
Yeah. So
I got a 16 for perception on his body.
So on his body, he has a small handgun with 2 clips of ammunition, and he has a small key that has like a red dot at the end.
I
Take the
tried
key.
using a handgun in one of Randy's
16.
training sessions, and it did.
I get the
You
key.
have the key?
I have the key.
You know this key to be the type of key that unlocks collars.
Well,
You
there
wanna
go.
you wanna pummel his body now?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Pummel body with giant
What are you
hammer.
creating? You're creating a hammer?
Yes.
Oh, like a meat tenderizing hammer. It's kind
Yes.
of like the ridges.
That'll be, like, how big are we talking?
I'm thinking like fairly big enough. Like
Hey,
it doesn't
mid-range,
I have
mid-range
to
creation. Get
I'm
20
insane,
or higher?
and Gaston's evil.
6 plus 5
Please,
plus.
Sinestro.
What's your power?
intelligence. It's 4.
I mean, who?
6
Like,
is plus, so plus 10. Yeah, you failed.
I'm just like,
You failed.
You could create something else. No,
Ah.
he failed at creating the object.
Oh, okay.
His is a little different because he creates objects and then he uses them.
I take the
create something we
handgun.
can like shove down his throat and like expand so he explodes.
How would I do that?
A giant balloon.
A balloon?
Guys, we need to get to the yard. We can't waste any more time.
So everyone
I'm like,
leaves.
I'm like, why? Like, to what end? We're
because
free.
the alarms are going off.
We can just leave.
Do
And
I-
we can,
I would rather not piss off Gambit, thank you very much.
Well, but
I'm
you
just
can
like,
leave.
How are you going to get out of the actual compound itself?
I'm not concerned with that. I'm concerned with maiming this man's body because I'm crazy.
Well, then why don't
Well,
you?
the fact-
And
the
your
fact
party
that you
leaves the
wanted
room.
to is enough to get-
All right. So you guys are kind of standing in like the overhang of the building. When you're out in the yard, you'll be represented by simply Gaston.
Hey!
Yay!
I would have you all ride inside Gaston's cap, but
In the Star Wars
Like in the
campaign,
Star-
I was a Wookiee and everyone rode me.
We played a custom Star Wars campaign last year.
all right. So you guys are kind of on the just so you're not technically outside. You're like standing around the exterior. So you were in cell block A, there's cell block B, cell block C, power plant, Lord's residence, and the comm tower. All of these things are guard towers, and these are guard bunkers, like down in the ground.
So,
And all of the lights, there's like lights and everything, and guards around everywhere because there has been a break-in, so they're on high alert right now.
break in?
Yeah, Gambit and all of them broke into the complex.
Oh,
to
I
get
thought they'd be in with us.
No, they came from. They're part of the faction that never got caught. They're trying to let people out
Of
to
course,
join.
Gambit would have been caught, Jared.
Gambit would have.
That's what I'm saying.
He could blow up planets.
So why didn't he just like blow up the whole place? Or like
So-
the comm tower?
Because he's doing this at a different place.
All right.
Don't
I
question
plan
Gambit.
on getting through without being seen because I can shapeshift and do a guard and lead you guys.
Cool. Okay, so do we want to tackle the power plant or do we want to tackle the comm tower first? Hey, Lightning Boy.
I think I can use one of my powers to create some fog in the area, give us some cover. That might help.
Well, and also I have 4 collars from our training session that I could put on you guys
We also have our collars.
temporarily. Oh, you have your own collars? I thought
Yeah.
we just dropped them.
I mean, you took them off. I guess you
and
still
he has
have them.
the key, so as long as he keeps the key, I can keep him on, and then we won't even look suspicious.
Yeah, why don't you turn to the guard that was,
That was drunk.
yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and shapeshift into him. It's one of my utilities.
I feel like Jared is about to say something that would.
Let's say you do this. Don't you think it's going to be weird that you're taking them to the comm tower, like the communications tower? The prisoners have no reason to be there. I try to help my group when they think they're going to do something that doesn't make sense to me.
He also tries to fuck over his group at every turn, like drowning in sand.
Hey, lungs filled with sand.
Well,
Suffocation.
Anyway, let's think about this though. What if we run into? Well, I guess as long as no one goes into cell block A, no one's going to know that the person you're intimidating is dead. But just for safety's sake, let me see if I can create some fog first.
Here's an idea. How about to keep anyone from going to cell block A, Gaston, you create a torch and weld the door to cell block A shut.
Do it.
I'll do
Mid
that.
range, roll a check. You
No.
fail.
It's like,
Gaston's rolling is
Yeah.
not that great right
No,
now.
last time I got a 6. This time was a 5.
You're gonna get a 4 next
Alright.
time.
And I know.
Stop while you're ahead.
All right, I'm going to use one of my utility at wills. I'm going to use weather pattern, just create like blanket of fog over the entire complex.
Okay, roll
why
a
don't we just
power
create,
check.
like lightning that strikes everywhere, so we can try and fry the comm tower and the power plant.
Because that
do
isn't
it
like
even
a
closer.
general weather pattern.
18 plus 6, 24.
All right, so like a dense patch of fog just starts to lift over the whole compound. Visibility is now 2 squares.
So
when
I'm
you guys had looked out, I'll give you a little, because you've seen, you know that there's one person in every tower.
Okay.
And there is about 3 or 4 because they're up high. But the guys in the bunkers have 2. So,
2 people in each bunker?
yeah, there's 2 people in each bunker, and they have a 2 square.
You want some spare dice, Jared?
view radius. No, I got plenty of dice.
We use dice as enemies because we don't have any minis.
Yeah, we're poor.
We're mini poor.
You're
Alright.
being creative.
Do you want me to create the amount they can see with my pen, so you guys kind of know where you can go?
Sure.
I think
Yeah,
there's-
that'd be helpful, at least for the bunkers.
Well, they can only see 2, so yeah, they give us the radius. So
The fog of war.
we can pretty much just freaking walk to the compound and be fine.
And then
Oh.
4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Wait, they can. How high up are they?
Because they're.
They're pretty high up. They're above the fog, so they can see down.
That's what I'm saying. If they're above the fog, wouldn't they have to look
You
into
can
the
just
fog
see
and
Lord
not see it?
Rance.
Like, wouldn't the fog, if the fog's above us, they wouldn't be able to see us in the fog?
They'll have a harder time seeing you.
There's still a clear path here. I don't think it matters.
Hey, I want to be able to frolic from Subblock A to the comm tower.
And note, this
Evil,
is
you don't
this
frolic
is
thing.
just their visual range. They can still hear stuff.
Yes, no frolic.
So let's silently walk in a single file line to the comm tower. How
I
does that
agree.
sound?
Plan.
That's all hands, guys.
All right, everyone, roll group. Do we want to do a group stealth or individual?
Regardless, I got a 10.
Okay, let's just do individual.
Nope.
3.
9.
20.
Third, wait,
Not a natural
15.
20. 18 plus 2.
All right, so Randy and Gilbert. This one. Actually, you guys are in a group, so you guys start heading this way.
Yay.
And who? Tiffany, you rolled the low. Tiffany and
3.
Gaston
I
rolled
got
pretty low.
9.
He's like, woo!
Tiffany, Tiffany trips over Gilbert, and the two of them are just like, "Oh
You mean
fuck!"
Gaston?
Gaston, yeah, because Gilbert rolled a high check.
Right.
Yeah.
Gilbert rolled a high check. Yeah. Tiffany trips over Gaston, and the two of them are just like, "Oh fuck!" Oh. And the guards are like, "What was that? Who was that? Hey, who are you?"
I'm going to try to crowd control those two guards
Okay.
and have them think it was like just the wind. Nothing,
Just
nothing
the
important.
wind.
Nothing important.
Nothing
outside.
important.
Plus 5.
Plus 5. It was doing really well.
And it was.
They're just like, was someone in your mind? That's impossible. Unless they're escaped. Escaped.
I can fly.
I have my flight check as
Both
well.
of you guys can fly. So they're just like,
Can't.
You've
they're
got the
coming
fog
this
system.
direction.
Have you thought about making the fog and like creating like some sort of a water device?
Yeah, and
to
I
let
can
you
actually
hover?
water ride anyway, so.
Hey, there you go.
I'm just going to like, if they're going to fly, I'm just going to like run
Wait,
to the comm
I wonder
tower.
if I could imitate like the guard's voice, be like, oh, it's just me.
Yes,
Try
you
it.
can.
So I'm gonna go ahead and try that.
Roll your check. Roll plus your diplomacy.
That's my diplomacy.
Plus
4 plus 7.
He's just like that. Who was that? I've never heard that voice before. They're just like, there's escaped prisoners. Follow the alarm. So now there's a different alarm.
Okay, I'm just going to be like, fuck this, and start running to the comm tower.
I'm gonna follow.
Yep.
Okay, everyone, just roll a check for running. Athletics.
0.
Nope.
1! I've broken my legs!
So
Athletics,
Randy and Gaston just fall down.
Hey, I was in that cell block for a really
And
long
get
time.
trapped.
Okay.
What did you roll?
I rolled a 2.
Okay,
I'm gonna
you
like-
rolled a 2 as well. So all 4 of you, what did you roll?
Did you get double crit?
So Tiffany is at the comm tower.
Alright, I'm just like, screw this. I'm flying to the top tower.
Tiffany.
Can I do that?
Can
Everyone,
I try and, like, flip
everyone
to the
roll
comm
for
tower?
reflex.
And acrobat.
I got a
Or dexterity, rather.
Dexterity, okay.
Dex.
15.
Dex.
Well,
16.
I don't have a mod, so I'm
Wait.
12.
Roll for dexterity. Where's dexterity?
So you guys start hearing
Top-
like gunfire,
top
bang,
left.
bang, bang. All of you
Top
are
left,
able to
your
dodge it pretty well.
Oh,
Gilbert gets glanced in the shoulder and takes 2 damage.
I laugh.
that's nice.
I was like, haha.
Except I have the most HP out of all of you. so-
And you guys make it to the comm tower, and they are now aware of your presence.
Brought to you by That Girl's Site. Thank you for listening.